Hi all, welcome to another round of Red Ski's Righteous Readings. I am Red Ski, g'day g'day. We're doing the Titania Fortune Card November mid-monthly readings and we're up to Scorpio. So rising moon and sun signs of Scorpio, this is your November mid-monthly Titania Fortune Card reading. Now the way this works is very much like a child's storybook, it very much lends to the cards next to it. So I'll give you an in-depth meaning of the card individually, and then if I sort of chop and change, I'm blending it, and at the end I'll give you a full all-rounded in-depth meaning of the story. Now, there's 8 cards drawn, each representing 2 days of November. So card 1 is days 15 and 16, the second card days 17, 18, and so forth until November's end, November 30. If you are confused, do not worry. I will explain it all as we travel through. The main thing you need to know is that Scorpio, rising moon and suns, this is your mid-monthly Titania fortune card reading. So here we go. Wow, Scorpio, we have a absolute lot of messages here for you. Now the first card, days 15 and 16, is absolutely beautiful, and it's a card that does not come out of the deck very often, so you are very lucky to receive it. I see it barely ever, and it's none other than the tree. Now this I call the blooming tree. It is indeed a card of strength, health, vitality, and it indicates wonderful growth and confidence in any situation. Even better, if it is besides any negative cards, it has the power to emaciate the negativity. In other words, the strong tree overcomes all worries. You know, the tree is the tree of life. As you can see, it is illuminated, it is growing, it is in full life force. It is strength, it is growth, it is confidence, and it is maturity coming through. So I'm seeing here there is a massive amount of growth, a massive amount of blooming. There is really something special going on for Scorpio in the mid-monthly start. And I think it's because you are going to need the strength of that tree to carry you through this mid-monthly. I'm seeing a lot of issue cards, and I'll explain as we travel through. Second card, 17th and 18th, the flowers. Now this is a lovely card because anywhere the flowers fall, you are being looked after. The overall meaning of this card is happiness, improvement from a long period of unhappiness or illness, or a return of someone who will bring you happiness again. So I'm seeing happiness is going to be very much a fixture around that 17th and 18th mark for you, Scorpio. Now your third card, days 19 and 20, is the Rider. Now, this card suggests news that has been long awaited for is now on the way, and in this is a lucky card. The news is generally always good. The rider himself is a gentleman, so the bearer of news should be from someone with good manners and kind counterparts. Now, even if the news itself is not completely happy, this card somehow promises that once out in the open, everything else will begin to improve. And it would want to, because the next 2 cards are extremely worrisome. 21st and 22nd of November. The first card is the Snake. Now, I need to actually show you both these because you've got the Snake, 21st and 22nd. 23rd and 24th is the Rat. Now, these cards do lend together because this is saying that someone around you is being tricky and, being snaky-like. And the Rat refers to someone that is coming in and nibbling away at your assets, nibbling away at your goodies. Now, this is worrisome. Now, let me give you meanings of each and blend the two. So now let me explain. So we'll go individually. So the Snake, again, as I was saying, 21st and 22nd. This card is almost the trickiest. It demands wisdom on the part of the person being read for and may indicate deceit from someone close to them. This card is entirely guided by the cards around it, and that's why I sort of skipped ahead. Because when it is next to certain cards, it definitely requires that you be cautious. You shall not reveal your whole plan to anyone else, and it may even suggest you turn around and take a new path immediately. The best advice with this card, if it falls near any personal cards with regularity, is to remember that speech is silver, but silence is golden. So hold your tongue. Next card, 23rd and 24th, like I was saying, because these two do lend so much together and they're both quite troublesome cards, is none other than the Rat. So when we're talking about the Rat, we are really talking about someone that's quite quite cheeky in their way of going about things. The rat does speak a lot about someone sort of coming in and nibbling away at things. This is not a sweet card at all, but one that advises alert behavior. This card tells of someone who is nibbling away at things that are important to the person being read for. It's a robber mouse. It's a loss. This is a constant loss, is a problem, and it's really speaking about high concerns here. It has someone very close to you is really being quite deceitful and gnawing away at things that are of importance or of a need for you. Now, your next card, 6 card days, 25 and 26 of November, and that is none other than the road. So the road, as it suggests, is very much about a whole new path, a new direction for the person being read for, or is just started to take or is about to embark upon it. It's most likely to appear with a new job has just begun, a love affair perhaps has recently ended, or someone has moved home or country. The road really does sort of always give me the feeling of hit the road, Jack. You know, you pack up your crap and you're out the door the next day. There's not much prep for this. It is literally wake and run kind of feeling. It's really you shit the bed and you're up the next morning kind of feeling. Sorry, bad analogy. 27th and 28th. Now this is a little bit more lighter, I guess you could say, because your next card is the child card or children. And it's always positive. This card is of children. This card can signify their own children or a childhood state of their own. So this could be you reminiscing of a happy, blissful, wondrous time when you were a child, or a young person. If you do not have children, this is being read for. The card is simply an omen of happiness where you would reminisce about past times of being a child. If you do have children, however, this is representing your children. And I'm seeing, because it goes next to that road, maybe you're hitting the road to go be with your children, or you're being called for your children. But there is definitely on the 27th and 28th a serious connection here with children and having to go and be with children, or your children are coming to you. Now, the last card for this reading, which is the 29th and 30th, is none other than the Fox. Now, this is another sort of bit of an ambient card. This could be a sly person or call for a little cunning on the part of the person being read for. Overall, this card indicates someone who is not entirely honest or behaving enigmatically. It may be time to admit that you are being deceived by someone, and the cards near it will indicate by who. Because this is the last card of your reading, the only card beside it is the children. So, if by children, then a child is holding something back. So I'm seeing here one of your children, Scorpio, is got something going on that you need to find out about. So yeah, if by the child, then a child is holding something back. So I'm seeing here around the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, because that's what these two cards represent, them 4 days. There is something going on with your children, and you may need to go and find that out. If you do not have children, and this card represents you reminiscing of times past, then the Fox means that there is a sly person around you not giving all the information, or is calling upon you to be a bit more sly, not give away information so freely, to hold back. It will call for the inquirer, which would be you, to be a little cunning and perhaps not to reveal everything he or she is thinking about. Keep a little bit back in the tank. Recap now, Scorpio. So again, Tree of Life, wondrous prospects, you know, growth, prosperity here. It's beautiful. Flowers. So someone coming back from the past perhaps, or a turn of time from unhappy and illness to happy times. The Rider, news is on its way. That's snake and rat. Very, very issue cards here. Someone being tricky, someone gnawing away at things that are important to you. Big no-no. Got to nip that in the butt. Hitting the road. Need to get away. children, very prevalent, 27th and 28th. We're mixed with that fox. Is your children having some issues at the moment? Are they not hiding something, but is something going on that you are not aware about and that you need to find out? So Scorpio, that is your mid-monthly November Titania fortune card. Round, please let me know in the comments, how did things go? How did your November mid-monthly go? I hope everything goes well for you. So I will see you again in the December monthlies. Till then, from Red Ski, the Titanium Fortune Cards, and the Divine, thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Cheers, y'all.